copyright law in the universe is going to stop me!
Before we begin, I'd like to point out something real quick. Sonic the Hedgehog is one of those franchises that you either really love it or you fucking hate it with all your goddamn heart and soul. Like, Sonic's the worst fucking thing to happen in gaming. Yeah. Well, that being said, let's dive into Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, some of you might not even have a Sega Genesis, but don't worry. You can actually play this game on various collection packs that have been released for pretty much every system under the sun, including PlayStation 4, Xbox One, it's even on Steam, which, by the way, is the version I'll be using for this review. While I do have a copy for my Sega Genesis, I wanted to review the Steam version since that's the more accessible one. Pretty much everyone watching this will have a computer, and it's fairly cheap. Sonic the Hedgehog came out way too long ago to be relevant today, unless you're an old ass man like me, or a furry like one of our interns. I won't say which one's the furry, I'll leave that to you to debate in the comments. When this game first came out, it won Game of the Year twice. I know that sounds impossible now, but hey, you gotta remember, Sonic was originally designed to be a side-scrolling platformer. Nobody in 1991 knew what a Z-axis was. It wasn't even invented yet.
Oh, you little... Shut you! No! No!
Stop! Stop! He's already dead.
No! I gotta kill him!
Since this is an old school game, there's pretty much zilch when it comes to story. Sure, you could read the manual if you really need a reason why you need to attack these robots that are out to get you. You'll be fine though, as long as you have one ring on you. So remember kids, ABCR, always be collecting rings. So, it turns out that a fat-ass motherfucker named Dr. Ivo Robotnik is snatching up these little-ass animals and showing them into robots. That's either super up or hella empowering. I honestly don't know how to feel about it. I mean, imagine you a weak-ass squirrel, now you in a strong-ass robot? Come on, I think that's a fair trade. Side note, what the fuck does be atomic even mean?
I'll make you eat those words!
Who needs a story for these old ass games anyway? I mean, as long as the gameplay is solid and fun, and not dick, it's at least worth your time, right? It's not like this game is ass, that would be a crying shame, right? It would be fucking tragic if this game was as good as Limp Dick. So you go through 7 levels, for whatever reason they decided to call them zones. My favorite ones are Green Hill Zone, which is the beginning area of the game, by the way. It's a real breeze to get through if you played it like a gajillion times. Yeah, come to think of it, the entire level design for this game is kind of rough around the edges. Your first time through is going to be kind of a pain because the gameplay mainly focuses on the idea of speed, constantly moving and avoiding obstacles. The game rewards you if you invest enough time into it. Otherwise, the game is going to punish you with its various spikes, pitfalls, and springs that push you backwards as if to say, fuck you, this is the no fun zone. Anyway, another favorite of mine is Spring Yard Zone. It would always feel like the hardest thing to do. However, my current playthrough for this review was actually pretty damn simple and easy to get there, and even simpler to beat it. I think collecting the Chaos Emeralds were a little tougher than that. Oh yeah, you can spawn a giant ass ring if you can make it to the end of the zone with at least 50 rings. Once it appears, be sure to jump into it, and it'll warp you to a special stage. And they're weird as all fuck. Like how on God's earth is anyone supposed to actually navigate through these stages on their first fucking playthrough? It's not like there's signs all over the place or anything. So the reason we want to go through these stages is because you get the Chaos Emeralds. You need all 6 of them in order to get the good ending. If you don't collect them, you'll get this vague bad ending with Dr. Robotnik just juggling all the Chaos Emeralds you didn't collect. Speaking of Dr. Robotnik, he doesn't really pose that much of a threat as a recurring boss in this game, but I'll give props to the developers for having them be different kinds of boss battles. Granted, you can defeat just about all of his robot forms just by jumping at him, aside from the one in Labyrinth Zone. But overall, I think it's a pretty good challenge. Speaking of Labyrinth Zone though, it could suck my thick through its asshole. The only good thing about this zone is its music. Most of the music in this game is pretty good, now that I think about it. The last zone, however, has the worst name of all time. It's called Final Zone. Yep, that's it. That's the name. That's the one. I hope the writing staff got paid overtime for that hard-ass work they done did. Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Genesis really shows its age these days. A huge chunk of its level design will appear a bit unfair. People with subpar reaction time will fail to act in time, the enemy placement, pitfalls, and spike traps. With the retro indie boom that's been going on for the past few years, I can definitely recommend playing it, quirks and all. However, I'm not going to say it's the best retro or Sega, heck, not even the best classic Sonic game. But if you do get one of the many collection packs that this game is on, give it a shot. You'll have fun. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more content by us, click right here to see more. However, if you want to see more reviews, let us know what we should review next in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, have a wonderful day, and goodbye.